flight's a shuttle to the base at Groom Lake. It's all VFR to avoid a paper trail, but along the way we have to pass through the Las Vegas class Bravo airspace, as well as a bunch of restricted airspace owned by Nellis Control. I'll handle all radio communication, you do the flying. We'll take off and fly runway heading to 4000, then turn left and fly direct to the Mercury NDB at Desert Rock. We usually file to Desert Rock, but when nobody's looking, we turn north and follow the Immigrant Valley to Groom Lake. Ready? I'll get our clearance out of here. Clearance, Janet 356, VFR to Desert Rock with information, Charlie.
Janet 356, you're cleared into the Las Vegas Class Bravo airspace. Fly runway heading, maintain 4,500. Departure frequency will be 125.9er. Squawk 4211.
Cleared into the Class Bravo on runway heading climbing to 4.5, departure on 125.9er, squawk 4211. Janet 356.
Janet 356, readback is correct. Contact ground when ready to taxi.
All right, start the engines and we can get the show on the road. Good, I'll get our taxi clearance. Las Vegas ground, Janet 356, ready to taxi, VFR to Desert Rock with Charlie.
Janet 356, taxi to runway 1 left via Hotel and Bravo.
1 left via Hotel, Bravo, Janet 356. Set flaps to 5 for takeoff. Taxi straight ahead, then turn right onto taxiway Hotel. Hotel parallels the runway, which will be on your left. Taxi to Bravo, which is almost at the end of the taxiway. Taxi checklist. Flaps set to 5. Trim set for takeoff. Taxi checklist complete. VFR in a 737. Can't beat it, you know. Basically, you're just a bus driver taking the folks in back to work. But it's bigger than that. A matter of national security. Oh, and all that paperwork you signed? Take it seriously. Don't tell anyone about where we go or what we see on these flights. Most are pretty routine, but occasionally you'll see something you'll want to tell your friends and family about. Trust me, don't. clear onto taxiway Bravo and hold short of the runway. Hold short here and I'll get our takeoff clearance. Las Vegas Tower, Janet 356, ready to go at 1 left, VFR to Desert Rock.
Janet 356, cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 4,500.
Cleared for takeoff, Janet 356. Ready? Turn on the landing lights, make a left turn onto the runway, let's go. Positive rate, gear up. Flaps up.
Janet 356, contact departure.
Janet 356, switching. Departure, Janet 356, with you, climbing to 4,500.
Janet 356, radar contact. Altitude restriction removed. Proceed on course.
Up to 14,000, own navigation, Janet 356. Okay, turn left and fly direct to the Mercury NDB. Climb and maintain 14,000. I'll let operations know we're on our way. Gold Coast, Janet 356 is airborne.
Janet 356, Gold Coast, roger. Have a good one.
Let's run through the after takeoff checklist. Landing gear up. Flaps up. After takeoff checklist complete.
Departure orbit 217, with 4.5.
Orbit 217, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 290.
1,000 to go. Turn the landing lights and the seatbelt sign off. Level off at 14,000 feet and set cruise thrust. Let's get these folks to work as fast as we can. Just don't exceed 330 knots.
Up to 290, orbit 217.
The captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, indicating that it's safe to move about the cabin. For your own safety, we request that you keep your seatbelt fastened if you're in your seat during this short flight.
Orbit 217, proceed direct to the city.
Direct to the city, orbit 217.
14,000.
Janet 356, Nellis Control, you're loud and clear. Nellis altimeter 29905.
29905, Janet 356. Nellis, Janet 710 is on Silver Bow out of 7,000 for 190.
Janet 710, Nellis Control, I-10. Janet 710, radar contact 5 miles north of Silver Bow. Maintain flight level 190.
Heading up to 190, Janet 710. Nellis, Janet 710.
Janet 710, go ahead.
Any chance for proceeding direct to Fido?
Unable, sir. We've got a UAV working out in that area.
No worries, thought we'd ask. Janet 710. Crossing the Mercury NDB, so turn right to the heading of 010 and we'll fly up the Immigrant Valley toward Pyramid. It's a waypoint located at that pyramid-shaped peak on the horizon up by Groom Lake. We're too low. Climb to 14,000.
Janet 356, unidentified fast-moving traffic, 2 o'clock, 10 miles westbound, altitude unknown. Port traffic in sight.
Janet 356 looking.
Janet 356, traffic alert. Traffic now 12 to 1 o'clock, less than a mile, westbound, altitude unknown.
Oh, what the? Janet 356, that was a close one. Nellis, Janet 356, go. Nellis, Janet 356.
Nellis, you with me?
Janet 356, roger. Lost you for a minute there.
Janet 356, roger. Must have been electromagnetic interference from the fast mover. Traffic no longer observed.
Yeah, that was pretty close. Looked like they were right at our altitude.
Sorry about that. They've been at it all week. Keep your eyes open. Not everything appears on the scopes.
Will do. Thanks for the advisory.
Longhorn 27, make straight in runway 32. You're number 2 to follow a fast mover on final. Wind calm.
Straight in 3-2, looking for the fast mover, Longhorn 27. Just continue flying toward Pyramid for now. Airspace is just ahead and to the left. Turn toward it and continue descending to the runway. Maintain 180 knots for now. The runway is the big one on the right. Airport elevation is 4,600 feet MSL.
Tower, Granite 3-1, ready to go on the north pad, eastbound to patrol Takeoff with Echo.
Granite 3-1, cleared for takeoff. Traffic is a fast mover on final for the ramp, and a 737 behind him on the runway.
Cleared for takeoff, we'll watch for the traffic, Granite 3-1.
Vista 4-5, wind calm, ramp landing approved. Fire equipment standing by for spray.
Roger, ramp landing approved. Vista 4-5.
Longhorn 2-7, fast mover traffic just south of the ramp now. Additional traffic is a slow mover departing the north pad eastbound.
Longhorn 2-7 looking. Longhorn 2-7 has both aircraft in sight.
Longhorn 2-7, wind calm, cleared to land runway 32, report gear down.
Cleared to land 3-2, Longhorn 2-7. We're about 4 miles from the runway now. Lower the landing gear, slowly add full flaps, and reduce speed to 140 knots for the approach. Longhorn 2-7 on short final, gear down and locked.
Longhorn 2-7, roger, wind calm.
Landing checklist, landing gear is down. Flaps set to full. Lower full flaps. Landing checklist complete.
Vista 4-5, spray down this frequency.
Vista 4-5, roger.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Longhorn 2-7, turn next taxiway to the left.
Roger, Longhorn 2-7. Longhorn 2-7, clear of the active, taxi to the ramp.
Longhorn 2-7, taxi to parking this frequency. Your outbound clearance is on request.
Longhorn 2-7, taxi straight ahead to the ramp. We'll park next to the other Janet aircraft.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop at the gate and the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. We realize you don't have a choice as to how you get to Groom Lake, but nonetheless, we appreciate you choosing to fly there with us. Job security all around. Enjoy your day.
Tower Vista 6-3 south ramp, request east departure with Delta.
Vista 6-3, wind calm, east departure approved. Caution 737 on taxi.
East departure approved, Vista 6-3. Set the parking brake, turn off the fasten seatbelt sign, and shut her down. Nice flying, by the way, although officially this flight never happened. Welcome to Dreamland.